What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel. For this segment of Infinite Cringe, we're going to be talking about this crazy bombshell news that's coming out about Abercrombie and Fitch. Apparently, they're kind of disgusting. I mean, it's no surprise because the fashion industry has been filled with all sorts of crazy stories, crazy drama, Me Too allegations, all that stuff. It's not really a surprise, but at the same time, it's kind of like, oh, gross. But I also have questions about the some of the details that have been coming out. I just found out about the story today. So let's have a look. Let's have a look, and maybe you guys can help me figure out some of the questions I have because this is all very shocking and disturbing. And I have questions. Okay, here we go. So the article reads Abercrombie and Fitch is sued for enabling ex CEO Mike Jeffries to groom young men with the promise of modeling jobs and run sex trafficking operations for years. Is this really shocking? No, not really. I mean, I would definitely say it's not the biggest shocker of all when you hear stuff like this because, well, it's the fashion industry. They're very weird people. Hollywood and all those big industries, the music industry is filled with disgusting people. So it's not very surprising, but more details are in this article. So let's go through this. Lawsuit has been brought by alleged victim David Bradbury. He accused Abercrombie and Fitch of allowing sexual abuse of young male models, providing company resources to pay for hush money. Jeffries and his partner Matthew Smith are named as co-defendants in the lawsuit filed in Manhattan federal court on Friday. That's spicy, man. That's spicy. Abercrombie and Fitch is being sued for enabling former CEO Jeff Jeffries' alleged sexual abuse of male models. The clothing brand has been accused of allowing Jeffries, 79, to run a years-long sex trafficking operation alongside his partner Matthew Smith. The couple allegedly groomed young men with promise of modeling jobs and through sex events around the world, which alleged victims were forced into intimate acts. Ooh, that's disgusting. That's like really gross. If it's true, it's really gross. The lawsuit has been brought by alleged victim David Bradbury. His lawyer told the Wall Street Journal the company had a willingness to enable a sexually abusive and exploitative environment to drive profits. In his filing, Bradbury reinstates allegations which first surfaced in a BBC documentary in which 12 men came forward with their own claims of sexual abuse. That's interesting. I've never seen this documentary. I wonder what that is about. I am interested now, though. I want to kind of check it out. If you guys have seen it, let me know in the comments down below and what you think of it. Look at this guy's face. Imagine this guy asking you to suck his dick. That's a freaking nightmare right there. Blech. Oh my God. Blech. So this is the dude, David Bradbury. Bradbury alleges that in 2010, when age 23, he was approached by a middleman for the couple named James Jacobson, who presented himself as an agent. He claims that Jacobson intimidated that he would be denied a meeting with Jeffries unless he let him perform oral sex on him and later gave him cash for the encounter. So, okay, from what I understand here, he told him, if you want a modeling gig, you got to suck this dude's dick, and then paid him right after he said that. Okay, that's from what I'm getting so far. He alleged that he was provided with Abercrombie gift cards in order to pick up clothes for himself ahead of casting in May 2010. He also claimed to have been told to sign an NDA. Okay, this is, again, assuming this is before he sucked the guy's dick. Okay, so he was told that you have to suck a dick in order to get a job, and then gave him a bunch of money and some gift cards and told him to sign an NDA. Okay, so that's the event so far. The lawsuit states that Bradbury was then raped by Jeffries and forced to have sex with other men at the former CEO's Hampton home in front of the Abercrombie-clad security guards. He also claims that he was given a drug which made him woozy. Okay, so after he was told this and signed the NDA, He went to the dude's house where he was raped and drugged. After this event, he received $2,500 in cash and was flown to casting events in Nice, France, and London under the guise that he would be given modeling contract, but was instead assaulted again, according to the court documents. Okay, here's where I have to pause. Look, we hear all the time, like the believe women when it comes to Me Too. And I kind of don't anymore because of, well, so many stories that came out to be faked stories, like Amber Heard faking her story, and a lot of other people just faking stories that are basically made everyone doubt everyone now. So I have a couple of questions about this turn of events as well, because here it seems to me that if you've been told, one, if you want a job, you got to suck a dick, then two, paid after they said that to you and told that you have to sign an NDA. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say maybe if somebody tells you you got to suck a dick to do a job, you have the option to walk away. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there that maybe, just maybe, if you're going to an interview for a job and they tell you to get on your knees, maybe just walk out the door. I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, I'm not trying to victim blame, but my God, people, like, you have options. You don't have to stay. You don't have to suck a dick for a job. I'm just saying. So then he gets raped allegedly, but then goes back and then he goes and gets flown to these different countries. I'm guessing, like, first class. He's going to France and London and blah blah blah, getting paid. I guess he didn't get a modeling contract. This is alleging that he's assuming he's going to get a modeling contract, but then he didn't. He just got used for sex, which, well, that sucks. I mean, he did his part. That's terrible, but it's all terrible. Not that it's not, but it just seems like, well, dude, did you not have an option to not suck a dick? Like, I don't understand. Bradley claims the company was aware of the scheme and provided Abercrombie resources to pay him hush money. Bradley was never hired to work for the brand, the filing state. Okay, so he never even got the job. Like, he sucked dicks. He had sex with a bunch of dudes, but then he never even got the job, but he got paid to suck dick. I don't understand. Why do these people just go hire male hookers? If you just want people to suck your dicks, like, there's people that do that for money, but these people are disgusting. The lawsuit filed in Manhattan federal court on Friday is seeking an unspecified amount of damages. Wow. So that unspecified amount, does that mean, like, it's a lot? It also states that Smith was given unusual access to the company and allowed to attend private board meetings and conduct around 170 store visits in 2 years. This is the other dude, Brad Paul, former model. This is one of the dudes that is claiming to have been raped. Ah, look at this guy's face. Ew. Brian Bieber, a lawyer for Jeffries, told the Wall Street Journal, Mr. Jeffries will not comment in the press on the new lawsuit, as he has likewise chosen not to regarding lawsuits in the past. The courtroom is where we will deal with this matter. That's not surprising at all. I mean, especially with such a crazy case. Smith did not respond to the outlet request for comment. The lawsuit seeks class action status and states dozens and likely over 100 young models could be victims. Some of the alleged victims also appeared in the same BBC documentary. To first air Bradbury's complaints, they included Barrett Paul, a former model turned life coach and activist who claims that he was recruited at the age of 22 by an older male model to attend an event in the Hamptons in 2022. Paul said the model received a fee to be his replacement for some sort of sexual experience with the couple. He described how the model told him that the further you go, the better, and eluded career opportunities. When he arrived at the event with staff supervising, he felt under pressure to perform, i.e., get on his knees. How was I going to leave? I didn't have a car, he said. I had a chaperone sitting and watching me. That is really disturbing. That is really disturbing. But I mean, did he go back? Like the other guy did. Like, that is That's the weird part to me. It's like, why if you like if something like that happens to you, you can say no. Like you can say, something like that horrible happens to you and you go home, why go back? That's the part that I'm really struggling with. Paul said Jeffries and Smith watched as he received oral sex from another man recruited to be at the event. He also claimed to have been pressured into kissing Jeffries, who he said groped him from behind. Ew. Blech. Jeffries took the helm at the clothing empire in 1992, transforming it into one of the most popular brands in America through shrewd marketing campaigns, which included hiring attractive models to work in its stores. He introduced a lookbook for employees and introduced topless men as greeters in the stores. I actually didn't know about that. But the controversial policy, which arguably built the brand, quickly became a headache with series of lawsuits filed arguing racial discrimination and ageism. That's funny. In 2014, Jeffrey stepped down as CEO following a string of poor results. Since then, the brand has worked to distance itself from the raunchy image under the leadership of the current boss, Fran Horowitz. What a gong show! Blech, blech. Can you imagine this guy? Oh my god, this is like nightmare fuel. That's disgusting. Um, I just like I said, I have questions. In this day and age, you just never know what to believe anymore. I just have questions. I just think personal responsibility is something that a lot of people seem to just forget nowadays. I mean, the dude was 23, definitely like he's still young, not that he's not as young and impressionable, and I'm sure grooming is a factor in this as well. But again, I have questions about his own mentality and what he was willing to do to become famous and now deeply regrets it. Not that again there's anything right with anything he went through, but it's just very questionable that you have basically zero accountability in this, from what I understand. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch the documentary. Gonna have to read a lot more into this, but my initial impressions are like, bro, you don't have to suck a dick for a job. You can just walk away. That's my impressions. What are yours? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're new here, make sure you smash the like, share the video, and subscribe. And until next time, try and hang in there, guys. Bye.